Dave's got going on. But anyway. Promise.
Welcome north to East Buckeye Lake. Now, we appreciate you having
We just got to just sit there and listen to the
Not too bad, not too bad.
I like that setup.
Thank you. Fastest camera in the world. How are you? Frickin' Pratt. Copsucker. I'm going to get you. I don't want to aggravate you. They'll try to get me out of here. I really want to fight with them tonight. I think there's something between them two. He got a sergeant off early. He's hitting that. Yep.
Nope. Not here. That's happened before.
French.
I think they're fucking.
Tiger. Hassan.
I sit down for everybody. I think they're hitting.
Foreman. Here. Bruton. Here. Wolf. Here. Whistler. Here. Regular company,
Too much violence. Too much violence.
French. Yes. Geiger. Foreman. Here. Bruton. Yes. Wolf.
Yeah.
Whistler. Yes. Motion carries 6-0. Review and approval of treasurer's report for Maine Fire Protection Council. Approve treasurer's report dated November 21st, 2019.
I'll make a motion to approve finance treasurer's report.
Need a second, please. French.
Yes.
Geiger.
Yes.
Foreman.
Yes.
Bruton. Yes. Wolf.
Yeah.
Whistler. Yes. Motion carries 6-0. Commission other reports can be reviewed by council. Parks and Rec, which we have through here. Planning and zoning commission.
So I'd like to give you an update on the zoning book. Valerie and Casey have been working on coordinating and somewhat finalizing all the different meetings that they had with the group with all the different changes so that we can take all the notes and all the changes and all of those and put it in one document. So presently that's circulating amongst the planning commission and also with all of the volunteers who are on those committees to see if everything was captured correctly in that space. So my belief is that we will have that ready to be reviewed by a higher power solicitor or whatever, probably in January. The 1st of January, I'll give the year-end report, and we'll hopefully have that done actually by the end of December, so that we can give you a full report on all the activities of the planning commission, our applications, et cetera, as we're required by the charter to do. We've also updated our bylaws, which will be finished and completed at our next planning commission meeting. So we've been really busy. I think we'll have a lot of things tied up by the end of the year. So if you have any questions or...
Is this require legal review?
On the bylaws, we're going to have the solicitor look at that. However, the bylaws were more to put them in line with the charter because they hadn't been totally correct. So it was a cleanup to make sure that the language was correct from the charter because the last review did not have that in there. So it's something up and out, but we'll have the solicitor look at it. Any other questions?
Thank you. Great.
Thank you.
Zoning officer. Code enforcement officer. Do you want to say something?
No, my report's on file unless you have any questions on it.
Can I just apologize to Rex publicly because he gave me the information to present to you at the last meeting, and that was a budget for his department, and you have that now, and then also the list of properties and the expenses related to mow and clean up the property so that hopefully council will, I don't know if it's on your agenda here where you can certify that so that we can send it on to the treasurers and have the properties assessed. But he sent me that information for the last meeting. I apologize, it got lost on my desk, and so I should have had it to you 2 weeks ago. He was on vacation. Were you on vacation or something?
Training.
Oh, okay.
Other commission reports. Standing commission, any members, like finance, first base.
Finance met at 5:30 today. We discussed the 2020 budget. We got to hear from the department head. We got to hear from the public. We got to hear from the sheriff. Any input we got to hear, we covered the first page. As far as committee goes, committee is going to meet again, Valerie, December 2nd at 6:30 to finish, I don't know if it's going to be a finish, but to talk about the 2020 budget. December 2nd, that's Monday, 6:30 to talk about the
Dr. Stone is not here for public safety. Cricket, public service.
Yes, the Public Service Committee met at 6:50 to discuss the ADR contract, and the committee is unanimously recommending that council approve the mayor to go into contract with ADR to approve the contract for 12 months.
Rules, John.
No report.
Community development.
No report.
Bill.
No report.
Report by village official. Police chief, would you like to say something?
As submitted unless you have questions.
Anyone got questions?
No, just disappointed that we're losing a couple of officers who filed for
because Kevin Dorman was very active in the community patrol, right?
Yes.
And you're in the process of trying to replace the other officer, right?
I currently have an officer going through the OP&F physical process in order for his employment, hopefully to be here within the next couple of weeks.
Any questions? Okay, thanks, Chief. Appreciate it. Fire Chief. Doc, you want to say something?
No report.
Okay, thank you. Street Supervisor. Water Supervisor.
Unless you have any questions.
You answered. That's just good. Board of Council President. I'd like to remind people that we have free lunches every day, Monday through Friday, for people 60 or older. It's not based on finances, it's based on age. And the people who are eligible and live in Licking, Fairfield, or Perry County. So please be concerned about your neighbors and try to get the word out on that. Plus, we have 2 nurses coming to the community center on the Tuesday and on the Thursday from 11 to 1. And we could use some volunteers. Thank you. Mayor?
I submitted a written report. I do have a correction, as sometimes I do, on item 8, if you have that report in front of you. Left out Doug Sanderson again. It says zoning officer / fire prevention officer Scott Knight and Chief Mason. And it should say and Assistant Chief Doug Sanderson inspected the farm camp facility. And then they issued a temporary occupancy permit. I wonder if Assistant Chief Sanderson would like to share with council. I understand you had virtually saved a man's life. The department did. They had a heart attack, and you want to say anything about that? Without giving specific names or something, he was pretty impressed with how everything was real timely and how well our department reacted to that.
Okay, it was just a resident of the village. He started having chest pain at home, a little difficulty breathing. So he come up to the station, he just come in and said, oh, my chest's a little heavy, and I'm just not feeling good. Can you take my vital signs? And so he come, oh yeah, well, have a seat here. And then he said he felt a little ill, so it was like, you know, they might throw up and stuff like that. And like, that's usually a sign, you know, we hate to see a sign like that. That could be a sign of a heart attack when somebody starts feeling nausea. And so we got him on oxygen, we hook him on the monitor, and the medic at the station took one look, says, I think we'll take you to the hospital right now, you might be having a heart attack. And we got him to the hospital really quick, and they run him right up to the cath lab. We called it in, they were ready for him, the whole team. They took him up to the cath lab. And we did get feedback that he did arrest in the cath lab that they got him back. And about 4 days later, he could walk in the firehouse, gave us a box of donuts. Thank you very much. And so he's doing very well. He had blockage in 2 of his arteries. And so it was really a good save, I think, for the crew that was on duty that jumped right on it, got him up there. And then another one, I guess everybody knows Paul Clark. So then just later this week, then Paul Clark was having chest pain, and we went over to his house, and it was almost the same situation, but not as bad as the first guy. But they got him to the hospital, and I saw him yesterday, right here in town, so he's back out of the hospital. So then the crew on duty recognized that he could be in trouble, and they got him to the hospital also, and same thing. So the crew has been doing a good job of recognizing the symptoms and getting him to the hospital real quick.
And Rick Baker, too.
On that.
The first day it was Nick, and then I was there. And then it just so happened and then Mike Powell pulled in just as we were getting the truck ready, so all three of us went to the hospital with him. And then the next day, I would think it might have been, could have been Ken, I don't know, who else. So you're in the.
Thank you. There's a lot in this report, so I don't want to, I'm not going to read it all or anything, but I just want to point out to you, item 3 and item 4. Item 3 talks about how in the last a couple of days, we've had 5 houses taken down in the village, demolished. Item 4, I don't know if there's more than a dozen, maybe up to 20, if you count the individual houses there, new construction. This doesn't include total remodels like, Mr. Wolf just did at his house, but any new construction, new builds are listed here just in the last few months. And so it shows that there's a lot going on and a lot of progress. And since Casey's sitting on the front row, I mentioned her on item 10 about, recognizing her for her leadership and getting that draft of our zoning regulations put together and everything. So we really appreciate her and Valerie as well. Thank you.
Thank you for the hard work. Ordinance for the third reading. 2019-42, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into contract with Ohio Road Consulting for management of the Buckeye Way program.
I make a motion to adopt.
Please. Do I have a second? Thanks. Any discussion? No discussion, Ms. Lloyd, please. French.
Yes.
Geiger. Corbin.
Yes.
Bruton.
Yes.
Wolf.
Yes.
Whistler. Yes. Motion carries 6-0. Ordinance for the second reading. 2019-45, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with the Lincoln County Board of Commissioners for reimbursement of legal counsel for injured dependents for the village of Buckeye, Lincoln County, Ohio. Another ordinance, 2019-46, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the Lincoln County Planning Commission for the administration of floodplain regulations. 2019-47, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a new contract with Medville Resources for EMS soft billing services for the village of Buckeye, Ohio. You want discussion?
Medville. I had brought up the subject of the increased your billing that's been a year. It's true, you reached out to different administrations, including this one, to get a $2 per round increase. Is that correct?
The letter that I had sent to the current mayor, I did put a dollar amount on this one to have an increase. The former mayor, yes, there was an actual dollar amount attached to that. The
I'm confused
the
because
timing,
the last meeting I got told there was no letters, and now there is 2 letters that were sent to this administration, correct?
Could you give me a copy of that letter? Because I've never seen it.
okay, the letters have been sent, and, well, they were mailed here, and Valerie asked me the addresses that were sent to this facility here. And then I forwarded them to her.
Did they go to the fire department?
No.
I never realized.
And I'm not, you'll see the 2 letters, there's a lot of content in the letters, and this is what a lot of this is that I felt it's a timing issue of getting in here, to talk about some other changes that need to have happened. So,
When did you mail the letter?
there's 2 different dates.
April 17th is the day of one letter, August 28th is the day of the second letter.
Right, because when I asked Tom about if Medville had entered or had reached out to the village or had done any correspondence, Peggy immediately jumped in before Tom could even answer and said, well, I know nothing about letters. Well, correspondence can be text messages and emails, but she was very specific in saying letters. So we have the copies right here before us. So Eileen, I'm going to ask that you go ahead and explain this. I mean, this is something that council has had to deal with for 2 years in regards to things not being done. Because some of this did involve us.
Well, question, do you need this, do you need these letters read? So that it's-
No, we don't need to.
We just want to make it apparent that, or, you know, make the statement that, you know, they did reach out.
Is this ordinance on a dollar for the association?
Maybe, show explain.
Yeah, I know you explained it.
Okay, I'll go into detail. First of all, when Peggy came on board, there was a very large cloud of issues going on when she took office. She came to my office, we sat down, we went over a lot of financial issues that the former chief of police had been experienced. So Peggy, I think that would be hands down. I spent quite a bit of time last year on that activity. I never said anything to her during that time. The previous mayor, yes, I had verbalized with him. This is taking a lot of my time with Mr. Hansley and the different things that went on. And I said, I really would like to see an increase happen. Timing was pretty much the problem was against me. Then this year, with some of the things that I want to present to the committee that our government Medicare agent is doing, that's what this one letter stated, is that I felt like I needed to come to you all, tell you we need to start doing some auditing changes, all of that. Again, I put on there just one of the letters, not both letters, that I would like to, again, be brought in and talk about my fees. Very simple, but I did ask for it. Then, the second letter basically is a little bit more biting. I need to make sure that you all are realizing this situation. What was presented to two of you, I have those copies to hand out, okay? Please, this is a lot of reading. I don't want to take a lot of time today and go over it, but CMS, which is Center of Medicare and Medicaid, is now asking all EMS agencies, they're going to be selected, to do a lot more bookkeeping activity. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to need to spend time with your treasurer and help with trying to administer something that's going to satisfy our federal government on the income that you receive from Medicare and Medicaid. I'm sorry to say that. They've talked about it for over a year, and on November the 7th, it was then addressed that they took a 25% sampling of EMS agencies in the state of Ohio and across all of the states. And the blessing here is at least Buckeye Lake Village Fire Department was not chosen. So you dodged the bullet on getting things organized and ready. What I want to do is I just want to be as proactive as possible. So the yellow is frequently asked questions that people have submitted to CMS, and CMS has now put it in written form. Then the other is the full breakdown of what they're going to be asking for. Now, as a billing company, I can give you soup to nuts on anything that we collected from Medicare, commercial insurance companies, Medicaid, BWC, anything and all. But they're asking for far more than that. They're wanting to ask questions such as your payroll, what you paid for your medical director, housing. Basically what they're doing is they're forcing all EMS agencies, that's fire department, private, air companies, anything and everybody, to break it down to unit hour cost. And that's not something that a lot of departments have ever done. I have been on countless webinars just trying to get my hands around this. And that's why really the letter was necessity of just saying, you guys might get picked. And if you get picked, you're going to be ill-informed and ready to go for it. It starts January 1 of 2020. You have one calendar year to get all of that type of information pulled together and reported by first quarter of 2021. So, all I want to do is have you at least right now, we have a little bit of breathing room, read all the information, and then what I want to do is be able to come back in and share with you what checklist of things that I can provide as a billing company. Now, I don't know how you all collectively have the information. I know you would know probably each month or a calendar year how much you paid out for payroll, how much you paid out for fuel. But when I come to talk about unit hour cost, you have to extrapolate police. It's strictly the fire department. And I don't know if you all take your finances and as a village and they're that segregated out. So if you're not, you'll need to do that. Okay?
Does this change what the staff has to do, ICD time?
Okay, that's different, that's different. That's for what we do at Medville.
But our staff isn't going to have to assume it's now licensed. They don't have to assume it's code fine. It's not going to be training involved for our
No,
people.
nothing to do with that.
Very
No,
good.
nothing to do with that. Medville does all of that for you. The other reason I wanted to come here too was the clarification on hard billing versus soft billing. We have different departments that are surrounded in this area that some of them will do soft billing in their community and hard billing outside of their community. My rules and regulations of what has been based on my contract since 2014 is soft billing. Anybody that the fire EMS is involved with for transportation. So if that was something you wanted to do, I have never been asked to do it, so it's not in my contract. So I also
We were being under the impression, yeah, we were under the impression that they did soft billing when it was our people within our village, and hard billing if they go to Hebron and vice versa.
No.
I've never been under that impression, but
That's what we were told.
somebody else has.
No.
So would you explain that, please?
Well, the difference of hard versus soft is that anybody that was then transported by Buckeye Lake in your EMS squad, transported, not treat and release, but actually transported, all I would do is bill the insurance company. I did not go after them to pay the copay deductible. Now, we send invoices out if I have no idea if they don't have a secondary insurance. But that was it. We didn't pressure them to pay. Now, before we had our issue with the former police chief, I did have to hard bill people because you didn't have a contract with Anthem and MMO. And those two insurance companies sent the checks to those patients. So there's where the hard billing might have came into play, but now you signed a contract with Anthem on 5 of 2017, and MMO was signed on August 2017. So now that stops all of that type of hard billing that was going on, and that's where maybe the deciphering or determination is happening.
So do you have an idea of how much increase you will need for the extra paperwork and stuff you're going to be involved in?
Well,
Just give us an idea.
you know, honestly and truthfully, it's, the $2 increase was really needed about 2 years ago.
Well, we're here now.
Yeah, we're here now, so, you know, I'm trying to keep into play. You're a small department. I understand what your reimbursement is. And so, please understand, I respect all my smaller departments and try to price it accordingly. I've got some larger clients that I can kind of have them absorb some of my fee structure of what I've got. So I do want to let you know that is the reason for the $2 increase.
It is two, that
It
you're
is two.
suggesting at this point.
Yes, yes. And I did bring the contract here that was also sent electronically.
My understanding is that Tom has, and the finance committee essentially has accepted that, so we don't have to have a right in blood, is that right?
That would be correct. We met, discussed what all she does for fee. It's, gosh, I wouldn't want to do what she does. She does a great job. And there was that conversation about a fee change, been $90-some thousand, like 94,000. And then it keeps going down, not because of her, but because of the amount of runs typically. We've gone into the 80s and now we're into the low 70s. So what I noticed from the finance chair was we were bringing in $20,000 less on our billing. Why? And we had a meeting. And essentially it has to do with, we got to get out there and make a lot of money. Make the runs, you generate the revenue. And so you need staffing, and you need a squad, and you need to get out there on the highway, and we need to be a priority, and there's a lot of things we can do. However, it really has not a big impact whether we're soft or hard. It's just getting out there and getting this done. However, with the work that she does, I thought it was important to keep a relationship. If she doesn't keep us cash flow coming in, that would be awful, and I think she's done a great job, and I asked that she make a presentation and that we move right along for
If I could ask
$2.
a related question to the medication costs that was mentioned earlier, and touch base with you on this before. There's new rules as far as buying medications for the supplies.
Right.
Really quickly, it's basically you have to buy more drugs, which I'll probably end up having to dispose of and whatnot. How do we stand as far as billing for our services? Are we close to like a Medicare rate? Can we raise it up because of the cost, additional
I
cost?
strongly feel that every year, and Peggy had done that. We did have a chance to have that conversation during that horrific timing of last year to make a decision to raise it. And I strongly think you should raise your fee schedule at least up to 3%. Nothing higher really than that, because you have so much Medicare and Medicaid. The people that are using the services are in more of that Medicare and Medicaid fee structure. It is not your commercial insurances. And I have a full list of reports here I can provide to the department here or to you guys tonight, letting you know. I have a list here of a date range of 6/1 of 2013 to 10/31 of 2019. You've had 1,058 transports that were underneath the Medicare fee schedule. Okay, I've got it broke down to that type of level so you can see that in this report. But what I'm trying to state here too is that when fire departments go together, and you may have like Hebron or Millersport, it's just different ones. Whoever transports is the one that can bill for it. And so when you may hear that squad going out frequently, if they're not transporting that patient, they can't bill for those services.
So for the billing amount, do we have to do that contractually, or is it something that you can just get with the mayor, or, as far as the billing amount, we adjust it?
Well, we can check. What I typically do is I send all the mayors about the same time. That's usually right around December time. And you can do it anytime. You don't have to do it at the end of the year. But for 2019, there is going to be a small percent increase of Medicare. And then we're going to get, finally, a 0.9% increase for Medicaid. It's hardly anything to do the arithmetic on. But you are going to see a little bit on the Medicaid side. So what I present is I usually give them a $2,000 each year, what that new fee schedule is going to look like. And I always say, always comp it with the same percentage of what Medicare is going to give you. If not, you still get based on 3%. Now, when the fire department transports somebody on, say, Interstate 70 and or an auto accident of any kind, your auto pay is where you're making your extra money. So if I bill an ALS 1 underneath your customer fee schedule, in most generality, you're getting about 100%. That's where your bread and butter is coming from. It is not from your Medicare or your Medicaid clients, but that's what you have a lot of. And that's why I didn't want the village here to go with hard billing. It's just, you're really splitting hairs on it. But if you want to know how many blonde hair, blue eyes with Medicare, I can break it down.
And you did, and hard billing didn't seem to be the answer. The answer is getting out there making runs.
It's going the wrong direction.
Big runs on the highway.
How does our structure compare to other municipalities?
You mean your charge master? Really, I'll tell you the truth, it is very complicated. I call it charge master. really, it's very complicated. I have some villages that they really struggle trying to increase it because they know, again, who the user is. For auditing purposes of what we're getting into with what I just handed out, that's going to be a big thing now. Now you're going to be able to say, I take a financial loss off my charge master. So if you have $100 that you don't, if you have a $100 fee schedule for a base rate, and you're only going to get paid $50, that $50 loss that you're going to have will now go into a compository that we can then report to Medicare and say, this is how much we're going to be losing.
Similar to what my doctor does.
Yeah, exactly,
When they-
right, contractual write-off. So, so anyways, I've got these type of things that I wanted to leave you. And I think the great statistical information that you could look at. I understand what the current Medicare, Medicaid fee schedule is as well. The new one will be,
Can you do us a favor, maybe email these so I can send them back to everybody?
I can, yeah, so I do not have your email address.
I will.
That would be lovely. So I thought it was important tonight to talk about something that I don't want too much time to go away with Medicare. And then I wanted to also, I think Valerie, when you called, you know, I take it real personal when you said something about that she wanted to know if my fees were comparable to what I was with soft billing. I want to make sure if I need to reach out to Chief Mason and just say to him, you know, what do you mean by that? Because you all direct me to what I'm going to do.
And frankly, all that I was trying to do was gather enough information so that I could keep this process moving.
Okay, okay.
So,
I would rather, so you don't get in the middle of it, if he has questions on what our services are, have him pick up the phone. I am in Newark, it's not like he has to drive to Nova Scotia to find me. And if I'm not there, I do have support staff that can easily take care of him, because I am not sitting at my desk throughout the whole day. So I'd like to just negate this. You know, let's get problems addressed right away and go from there. Peggy, I should have, after those 2 letters, I just picked up the phone and called you. But it's kind of the norm, to be honest with you. I'm noticing that there's so much information that I have to give at the end of each month, and I don't know if you all understand it, because I don't get a lot of feedback from not just Buckeye Lake, I mean, I'm other smaller villages. And I think with this situation that's coming on, I'm going to be attending a lot more meetings, a lot more frequently. But I think for all of you, it'll help you to know how much it takes to run that department. And every department around here is all going to have to do it.
Well, thank you very much for calling. Is there any questions about?
Does this apply to private and?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, everybody. Air, motor companies,
Air,
yeah,
somebody policy that was still got to cover air transport companies.
all of it.
Just one other question about the medications versus your event. It used to be where you go to the hospital and you squat, you'd be able to get their medications returned for the one they use.
Right.
Apparently they don't do that anymore because we are billing.
Correct.
And that's across the board, that's not just our area.
That is correct.
I have another question for you. What about the billing that you was done? Air helicopters, there's 2 of them sitting down there about 12 miles south of us.
You have air back, and you also have, there's another one too. Survival flight. Survival flight.
I never see them around this area. Do they come around this area or they not?
Hey,
They do come around this
we
area.
don't need them very often.
Okay, but sometimes they do come around. All right, thank
How
you.
much?
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, well, sir, no, I bill for med flight. I don't bill for the other 2 helicopters. You're looking at $30,000 to $40,000. Yeah.
Insurance.
Right, right, yeah, they're very, very high. But they have contracts, they have different things like that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Do I need this contract for signing, for you all to look at again here, what do I need with this?
I sent them a copy. Everybody got a copy of the cost of copy.
And I will pass on this.
Hold on.
Hold it, stop.
Mox, can you talk to the mic?
One hurt here.
Come on, next time.
about how these programs differ.
Do you have a question for you?
So, no, just talk more than you. I'm around when we started this stuff. Don't talk about how.
Come up to the mic.
So my question is number one, I believe we should be hard billing on this. It happens in our village, and somebody else comes in here. So I think we ought to be doing that same. It probably won't matter more than $1,000 or $1,200 a year maybe, but I still think that's something council should consider. And you and I have discussed a million times this charge master thing. It doesn't ever make us any money like it says it should. How do we fix it?
The charge master is something I have to be consistent with every payer. So if you have a fee schedule of $500, to keep it real simple, it does not matter if I bill Medicare, Medicaid, commercial insurance, PWC, or anything. To keep you in billing compliance, everybody has to have the same consistency. So yes, it is higher than what your reimbursement is, but if you really start drumming it down to what we're trying to do with this new report, I'm going to be honest with you, you probably should have your charge master somewhere around $3,000. But it's not going to get, you're not going to get that money because Medicare is not going to pay that, Medicaid's not going to cover that. The only ones that could possibly even pay close to that would be your auto insurances. But the auto insurance, when you inflate it that high, they'll probably won't pay it either. They're only going to pay a certain percentage of what they're going to say as a PCR number. Yeah.
Okay, so that being said, and your figures you were talking about getting are pretty easy for us here.
Yes.
That those numbers are pulled out of the system. We shouldn't have any trouble with those numbers.
I'm hoping not.
But if we prove that, will we then get more money?
I'm hoping. I just got back from Nashville with the American Ambulance Association. I spent 6 days of training there. And the association they have fire departments, they have helicopter programs, they have private ambulance companies involved. And across the table with all the states, not just Ohio was represented there, that is exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to get Medicare to realize they pay so much attention to physicians and hospitals. We're only 2% of the Medicare fee schedule of the overall reimbursement. So we're such a small piece on the radar. We have to be heard. The only way we could do that is start giving them data.
I don't argue with that. I just think that
Yeah, I'm hoping that is exactly what they're going to do.
we bill all this money, but we don't see any money, and it's just hard. Because you see all this bill going out, and you see a tenth of it come back.
The unfortunate part is too, the higher majority of your patients that you are transporting is Medicaid.
Oh, yeah.
And so when you look at what that fee schedule is for Medicaid, that is why you're seeing the haircut.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thank you very much.
I have one thing that I've done this, when you go to Washington, the people writing these names are writers. They're not specialists in Washington. The people writing it, you'll find out they are not medical people.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure of that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what do you want to do about, do we want to
That was the first reading.
This is actually a second reading.
It's a second reading.
We'll have a third reading.
We should have a third reading. Okay. 2019, ordinance 7 was the ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a new contract with Medville Resources for EMS soft billing services for the village of Buckeye. 2019-49, an ordinance approving change order number 2 for the Highland Avenue Drainage Improvement Project and declaring an emergency.
And this is a first reading. I have a typo on the agenda. Chairperson. No, it's a first reading, but it's an emergency, yes, ma'am.
2019-15.
No, you have to go on
We
for
said
that.
when you were an emergency.
I make a motion we suspend the rules.
Second.
Keep my name out of your mouth.
Yeah, do my best.
Yeah, you better.
French,
Yes.
Geiger,
Do not.
Foreman,
Right.
Yes.
It's not for me.
I'm just asking you to keep my name out of your mouth.
Hey, guys, there's a public meeting going on.
Do it.
Not arguing in here. Go.
Second.
More disruptions at your
Just go sit down. Out of your mouth.
French,
Yes.
Geiger, Foreman,
Yes.
Ruton.
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
Whistler. Motion carries 6-0. Whistler?
Yes.
Carries 6-0.
I would like to introduce ordinance number 2019-48, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a contract with ADR for engineering and consulting services for the village of Buckeye Lake, County, Ohio. The ordinance, and we've got the contract on the back of the ordinance, but the Public Service Committee recommended this to be voted on by council. We need to have this done as soon as possible because your contract, yes, it does expire at the end of the year.
Move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion, vote please. French,
Yes.
Geiger, Foreman,
Yes.
Ruton.
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
Whistler.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0.
Motion to adopt.
I make a motion we adopt.
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion, vote please.
French,
Yes.
Geiger, Foreman,
Yes.
Ruton.
Yes.
Wolf, Whistler.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0.
2019-49, an ordinance approving change order number 2 for the.
We already did that.
Okay, that one.
Yep.
Sorry. 2019-50, amending ordinance 2019-14, permanent appropriations ordinance declaring an emergency.
I think we need to do that because we do not.
Um, This is an ordinance to transfer money so she can pay bills. It's moving money out of one line item and into another line item so she can go ahead and continue paying bills to keep bills current for the remainder of the year, like Rick.
It's within the same, they're within the same fund, and both, one case it's to move to the salary line, and another for operating. For fire, it's for operating, for police, it's for salaries. It's not increasing appropriations, it's just moving from one line to another.
I'm totally okay with it. Kitty asked if I was okay, because your police officers aren't gonna get paid. And unless you move that
You
money.
didn't worry
Move to
before.
suspend the rules.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? No further discussion, vote please.
French,
Yes.
Geiger, Foreman,
Yes.
Ruton.
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
Whistler.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion, vote please.
French,
Yes.
Geiger, Foreman,
Yes.
Ruton.
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
Whistler.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0.
Any unfinished business?
Yes, I got one. Fire department asked me to make, and I may talk to you about it, I'm just throwing this out, to draft up a resolution at the village entering Knox box program. That's for all commercial businesses. I believe the Knox box program is where there's access for the fire department to get into buildings. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And so they put
And-
these sent for over at the Heron?
Pardon?
For any commercial.
Or any
Commercial buildings, so if there's a fire, they get into a lockbox of the fire department.
We have a master key to get into a master box inside of that, or whatever keys you need.
Are they
to
going to
key
face
in.
the box?
The outside the building.
I'm gonna ask, the clerk to prepare a resolution for that for the next meeting.
What's the cost?
That's not up to the business, a knockbox and for commercial business.
I assume, Tom, is it your understanding that the police department also has access to that? Because we had a situation earlier this year over at the Catholic Church where there were alarms going off and, you know, it took a while for the father to get out from Columbus to.
Yeah, I would make it an option if they want the police to have it. And
Is it
that's
just-
fire is fire. so-
You're shaking your head no.
I don't think police can have access to that.
Just the-
information.
Very limited keys, they don't have keys. to the
It's for fire. Okay, we answered that
And
question.
for fire, they also need access to the security system. They need information looking at security system.
So this is fire only now.
Yeah, I think as long as it's up to the business to decide whether they want to be part of it or not.
Okay, thank you. We're going to post the meetings, 2020 council meeting dates and voting order. And
You have an item in your packet. You received the 2020 council meeting dates and voting order. That just basically goes in alphabetical order, starting at the beginning of your new council members. I just need a motion, floor motion to go ahead and set those meeting dates for 2020, keeping in mind that your second meeting date in May falls on the Tuesday because the Monday is the holiday. And as usual, I only have you scheduled for one meeting in December. If you need a second one, we can always schedule for that one. Is there a motion to second that?
I move to set the dates.
Second, this is Veterans Day, do we go around the?
Yep, we're all taking care of that, I believe. You have to have a second, there's a first one.
you got the second.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you, sir.
Another item, code
Hang
enforcement.
on, we gotta get a vote.
Oh, sorry.
Geiger,
Yes.
French,
Yes.
Foreman,
Yes.
Bruton,
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
Whistler.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0.
Code enforcement request to certify property maintenance cleanup costs to the tax certificate for 2019, letter dated November 8th, 2019.
Same thing as before, we've got a motion. We just got a certified, or a floor motion that I've got to do on this one as well.
I make a motion.
I'll second it.
Thank you. No discussion, vote please.
French,
Yes.
Geiger,
Yes.
Foreman,
Yes.
Bruton,
Yes.
Wolf,
Yes.
and Whistler.
Yes.
Motion carries 6-0.
And another one.
We don't have to have a floor motion on this one, I just need to read this one to you. It's just a notification that I received in the mail. You have it in your council packet. This is just letting us know that all liquor licenses in the village of Buckeye Lake are set to expire on February 1st, 2020. Each of your businesses has the chance to be able to go through the renewal process to renew those liquor licenses. And the state is making us aware that those licenses all are set to expire.
Citizens' comments, please.
Karen Cookson, 113 Acres Way. I'm speaking on behalf of the Buckeye Lake 2030 organization. You may or may not be aware of, the Fairfield County Foundation is doing a big give. In the past, you may have heard that Licking County has done that, and so is Franklin County. They're not doing theirs next year, so this is not a conflict if you are used to giving to those foundations. But on December 3rd and December 4th, Fairfield County is doing a 30-hour bid gift, in which case they've designated $30,000 that they will use to match gifts that are given to the foundation during that time frame. So if you are so inclined to donate to Buckeye Lake 2030 support limited local non-profits such as the Harbor. You could give money to the Fairfield Foundation, and then in the bottom memo, identify who you want that to go to, and then I'll be distributing that. So I have information on it. I can print this. If anybody's so inclined to write checks, I wrote one tonight for the 3rd. And if you're writing a check, it has to be hand-delivered on the 3rd or the 4th, or you can do it online. And on those 2 days, that's how you get the match.
How much is the match? I forget.
Well, what they have is they've set aside $30,000. And so what they would do is that's all they're going to give away. So it's however much comes in for whatever deal, that's the percentage. And we already know for Buckeye Lake 2030 that we've asked some of our big donors who give every year. Some of our local business people are giving a donation for next year now so that they can get that back. So,
And it means more. Thank
so
you.
if anybody wants copies.
Thank you. Council members, comments?
Yes, I want to remind everybody that this Saturday will be the last day. We're going to be accepting coats, hats, scarves, and gloves for that, and we're going to be passing them out the following week. And also, we have our toy drive going on. So if anybody wants to donate, for that, or even adopt a family, just let me know.
And what time? The last, in case I'm coming in late from my sister's.
We'll just say 5 o'clock.
Okay.
You're taking that the fire department?
Yes, fire department and police department.
Thank you. John?
We're having a finance meeting next Monday. I appreciate the new council members coming, so thank you. I do need to bring up a sensitive topic I would like for you guys to give us your input. So whether you're at that meeting or not, be your council. That sensitive information has to do with philanthropy in this community, and it has to do with the harbor. This council has funded the harbor lighting and utilities and expenses so that they have an opportunity to have a community center. That budget question will be, are we keeping the lights on or off? It'll be effective January 1st. I would like to hear that. That's a very tough question. It's not a question that, when we sit here on council, we have very hard decisions to make. I won't be on council after the first of the year, but that harbor will be there. We have free nursing there. We have a lot going on there, but this council kept the lights on. Your budget, I need to know if you want the lights on at the harbor or you want them shut off. That's what I'd like to hear back, and I'd like to hear input from the committee. But we need to address that, the sensitive issue. What we would like to see, or I'd love to see in this community, is we got the Licking County Foundation. We need more philanthropy in a lot of areas, whether it be the museum, whether it be whatever. We heard Helping Hands. We've got to make this a better place to live. We need those questions answered, and appreciate your input. Thanks for all the time everybody spent on this.
Thanks, John.
I'd like to see from the harbor's perspective, we should make that a business plan, a baseline of where we are now, and at least what business plan we have to withstand that, and that may take some time to put that together. It would be good information to have and try to assess where we go from here.
Bill?
I'd like to thank Rochelle. She's done an awful lot of work for the budget process once again. At the same time, she's fielding a lot of questions from council, and she still has her other jobs to do. So, a real tall order, and she always does a wonderful job, so thank you.
I appreciate I wasn't expecting you guys to talk about the harbor, but I knew that there were some questions, and so I did I want to just kind of go over some brief things that we've done in the past year. The Harbor's provided about 2,500 meals this year to seniors in the community. Between Kitty and other volunteers, they've raised about $20,000 to improve the facade of the building so that it helps with the entryway. And that project will be started here soon. Jeannie has sponsored a farmer's market where they put on for the summer, and so it's probably 10 or 12 weeks out of the summer, and so we're planning on doing that again next year. But we were able to kind of get some people to the downtown area. We were able to take down the old house next to it, and we're working on improving the green space. We've got grants that we're looking forward to doing and enhancing that area, so also to enhance the entryway into the village. We've got a fitness center. We have provided events for different things, yoga, people that wanted to rent space for things in the village. We've partnered with the police and the fire department on different things that they've wanted to accomplish in the community. And Kitty has been gracious enough to develop a program with Licking Memorial to have nurses there 2 days a week. So those are just some of the highlights that we've been able to do. So I appreciate you.
You've done a great job. It's been very, very nice. Very good
I
job.
appreciate that. I mean, we've had a lot of support from the community. So thank you.
I'd like to add to what Doug said. It's like gilding the lily, but we have raised a lot of money for the facade. We've gotten help from the premier architect, Mr. McNally, who's done a wonderful job. And this week alone, we had people look at fixing the cement truck. It's hard to get people to do work. We've been working on it essentially all summer. Everyone is tied up because of the focus on Buckeye Lake. And that's because we have been named an opportunity zone. And the opportunity zone means that developers and entrepreneurs can come and develop and do all sorts of buildings in Buckeye Lake and avoid paying taxes on the profits they make once they keep folding it back into what's called an opportunity fund. But there's increments of like 5, 7, and 10 years. And if they leave it in for the 10 years, they essentially pay no interest on profit. I'd like to thank all the people, a lot of the people right here in this audience have been very important to us at the community center. Not only have they made donations and for like the internet, I don't want to point people out, but that was really essential for the people coming to the internet or to the center to have access. We have an exercise center at the community center, and people can pay $17 a month for 2 months, and they get a third month free. If you want to volunteer time, your volunteer time means that you can exercise free at the community center. We really need some volunteers. So thank you all for being here tonight, and we really do appreciate the new council members for being here, because it's a learning process and it's heavy duty at times, as you all know. So thank you. I move for adjournment. Thank you.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Council meeting is adjourned.
What you think? All right. Now they just get rid of the police department. New council member, guys. Trying to get him in. There's that mayor, first one to leave. And go get her a drink. Jackson got him a sugar mama. About to see how I can get me one. No cops on patrol, guys. Buckeye Lake's the hat in the spot. No cops working. Waste time all day. No, not a cop working. Free money. Kicking it with his sugar mama. Wonder how I can get me one of them. You look too fucking stupid to be a cop. Focused on the police. Free money. You get to stand around. Kick it with the sugar mama. I got you, brother. Do I? Yeah, I'm recording you. Step back.
Do you have any
Step back.
official business here today?
Yeah, I'm recording you. Step
What's
back.
your official business?
I'm recording you. Step back.
Official business in here.
Don't approach
If you have no
me.
other further official business, you leave.
You leave.
No, if you have no further official business, you
Aren't you? Ain't you a peace officer? Well, do your job. Go on patrol. Go on patrol. Don't worry about me. Worry about you. Stupid fuck.
All right, have a good Good day, people. You're too great. Because actually, this letter.
Just what?
Just talk.
I don't need thanks for all your help. Not everything
And we're still gonna stand around not do nothing. I hope you guys flood this phone line. 740-928-0999. Sergeant Jackson.
Month I shut that thing off and I don't even look at it for 6 weeks. I know, you end up getting like
Mayor Wells, we ain't got no cops working? We ain't got no police officers patrolling the road? I bet you don't. Wasting taxpayers' money. That's what you in the middle of.
Yeah, yes. They manipulate what you get. And what I don't like is after I buy something, they buy a calculator. Oh, yeah. That's like 6 offers.
Tell me to leave.
How you doing, Chief?
Not too bad.
Nobody else knows.
We file a complaint on this one tomorrow.
Is it okay to turn this off? What's that? No, it's on earlier. It's off right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing these other breaks right now. That's all. All right.
Need somebody to check them hours. Make sure he ain't reporting these out on patrol.
What are you up to? Buckeye fire chief?
No, I was very bored of the votes.
You were.
Shut the door on me.
I don't know.
They look better, I thought they
All I know is that the secretary was semi-finals.
Yeah, I saw that. I kind of follow the high school stuff.
My daughter did not have it. She came back the last week.
How you doing, sir?
Not too bad.
Good.
All right, folks, right empty the room, please. Lock it up.